Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make this super simple but really effective animated text. And I'll also show you how to make it nice and accessible. And before we get started, I'd like to thank Dave Connaughton for showing me how to do this in one of his weekly web dev challenge solutions on Scrimba. Go and give him a follow on Twitter and you will check out all the cool things he makes. And I would also like to thank Carrie Fisher for the advice she gave me on the accessibility side of things. If you'd like some more accessibility tips and tricks, head over to her Twitter and hit that follow button as well. But for now, let's get animating. I am here in my HTML and I just have a paragraph with the word pumpkin. And if you don't know, Pumpkin is the name of my cat. Here he is, looking regal. So let's see if we can animate his name. If you look at the finished product, you'll see that all the letters move at slightly different times. And to achieve that, we need to wrap them in spans. So to do that, we just put them all on separate lines, and then we can select them and do Shift Option I, and this will allow us to wrap them all in spans. So we'll see now that this has created some space between the letters. And to remedy this, we hop over to the CSS and add letter spacing. And I found that minus 0.22 ch does the trick. And if you haven't heard of it before, the ch unit is roughly equivalent to the width of the 0 character in the font you're using. There is a bit more to it than that, but let's not get into it. I have just found it handy for situations like this, but really you can use any unit you like. Next up, I'm going to set up the animation, and to do that we use the old @ keyframes. I'm going to call it move, and this actually does three things. Firstly, it moves the letters up, and to achieve that we do to transform translate y, because it's going up rather than left or right, and then declare how much we want to move it by. I've gone for 40 pixels. The next thing it does is it increases the size of the letters. And that's still in our transform declaration, and it's the scale, and it increases it to 1.125. And finally, we change the color to hot pink. But now we need to use our animation on the spans. And to do that, we do P, and then span, animation, name, move, animation duration. I'll go for 0.5 seconds, and animation fill mode, forwards. And what this does is it makes sure that the animation does not reset after it has run. If you didn't use this, it would go back to its original state at the end of the animation, which in this case we don't want. You will see now that even though we are declaring our animation, only part of it is working. Only the color is changing, but the translate and the scale isn't doing anything. To remedy that, we just add display inline block. So our animation is now working, but because we've used our negative letter spacing up on the paragraph where we've increased the scale, this is now causing the letters to be slightly squished together. And to remedy this, we just go down to our keyframe declaration and do letter spacing 0. So you will see it's now reasonably spaced out. However, in our finished product, all the letters move at slightly different times, as we saw at the beginning. And to create this effect, we use an animation delay, and that looks like this. We use the nth-child selector to add an increasing animation delay for each letter. Now I will start with 2 because the first letter has no delay, so the second letter will have a delay of 0.1 seconds. Let's see what that's doing. You'll see that the second letter now has a delay, and I just need to increase the delay for all the subsequent letters. So we do 3 has a delay of 0.2 seconds, 4 has a delay of 0.3 seconds, and so on. I'm sure you don't want to see me type these, so I will just put them in now and then show you the result. Woohoo! We have increased the size, changed the color, and moved the letters up, and then they all stay in their post-animation state after the animation has run. But we want to make sure that this is nice and accessible. And to make sure this is easily read by screen readers, what we can do is add aria label pumpkin to our paragraph And then, using Shift Option I, once again, we can head into each of our spans and add aria hidden equals true. And now this screen reader will read the word pumpkin instead of each individual letter. Well, that's it for this video. I hope it was useful. Let me know in the comments what animations you're going to be using in your projects soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.